the singing chef. That we make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the world of the Singing Chef. I'm Ian John, your Singing Chef, and you're tuned to the Singing Chef Show. Thank you for tuning in again, and also newcomers, we love you. All right, now today, we're gonna do another little invention from GT, from Guyana. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a bread, right, which is basically like a tortilla. It's very similar to what you would get, you know, like the Mexicans would make, but just like a Guyanese version, a little bit of it. And then we're gonna make a special kind of like a, I'm gonna explain it a little bit more when I'm doing it, but it's a Channa curry, but it's gonna be a red one in tomato paste, but with curry powder. And also, do you know what this is? Okay, you'll never guess. Okay, all right. Now this is a lemon, a Guyanese lemon that this has been pickled for about a year, probably a bit more, right? I've got like 2 big jars of it, and this is what, when I was in Morocco, what they do is they use this and they pickle them in the summer, and then you know, and actually there's lots of different places that they use stuff like this, but it's one of the flavors of their food that makes the difference between a Moroccan curry and an Indian curry to an African curry to say a Guyanese curry or anybody else's curry, is that they use like this skin. We're just gonna peel a bit of the skin off, and we're gonna put it in with the just to flavor the curry, but the flavor the Channa that we've got here, right? But if I cut this in half and I squeeze it, I've still got lemon juice in this, which is a fantastic way of preserving a fruit and still keeping the integrity, and then you're using up all the bits of it, you know, the invention. But don't you remember the days when your grandmother would like my grandmother, you can throw peels away. Peels went to the pigs, they went to almost like a compost, they're going for something for the garden. Or, do you remember all the grapefruit, like try to get it as long as possible, not piece, right? You peel it, and then what does she do? Hang it. You know, orange peel, you peel it, and she hung it, and then that thing was still dry, looking even dusty up in the corner. But then when something go wrong with you, get like a little stomachache or something like that, what did they do? She just goes, she put on a boil of a pot of water, and then she just goes, ooh, right, okay, and she just goes snap off a piece of that, put it in there, right? And then she give you something to drink, and guess what? Your stomachache done, right? So this is the same kind of like principle, you know, and also like, you know, it tastes good as well, right? You know, just like orange peel is a nice gentle kind of thing, not tasting like some of the other kind of like bush medicine, but it's just beautiful, right? So it's the same kind of principle. So we're going to use this in this Channa curry. So what we're going to do is put this to the side. Yes. And let me grab, where's my bowl? Oh, I just covered up the bowl, of course. Come on, bowl. And we're going to start this beautifulness, right? I need some oil there, but I'm going to grab that in a second. Okay, so I've got just some all-purpose flour. I think that's a cup and a half. Yeah, it is a cup and a half. I could feel it. I've got some milk powder. That's a third of a cup, believe it or not. Corn flour. I think that's also a third of a cup. But don't listen to what I'm saying. It will we print the ingredients periodically on the show several times so you can see what we're actually doing. Right? Before I get in there, I'm just gonna mix that up a little bit. See? Just mix it up. I don't want to touch it, not yet. This is I was fine. And also this breaks up without the moisture in your hands. It actually breaks up the flour a lot more, makes it finer. Okay, you don't have to do all that. You can just put the thing in, right? I've got here a teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of sugar, right? So I'm going to use my spoon, get in there, I'm going to mix this baby together. Yeah. Let me move these out to the way because I don't like all these things in my way. Thank you. Okay, there we go. So we put it all together. Get a nice mixture, okay? Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of oil. That's one. Right. Like in this time is about half a tablespoon, so that's actually 2 tablespoons in there. What I do, I want to mix this in. Right. I'm going to use my hands just now because I want it to get flaky before I add the water. And the water, the amount of water that you will add varies depending on the flour. You could even be the same company that makes the flour. It just varies, and also depending where you are, whether like you see you hear that lovely rain outside, beautiful kind of rain, right? You know, the humidity might be different. So I'm going to just show you. This is the reason why. This is the only bit you need to pay attention to, so that you can see the consistency that we want, right? Because you want your tortillas. So once we put them onto the tawa, we want it like little bubbles like that, right? So it's important that you just flake it out a little bit. Lovely, 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 lovely. Just like that. Keep spilling the flour, that's a waste. Okay. Yes, that's looking good. Looking very good, looking very fine. Okay, feels good. So I'm just gonna put about a cup of water in there. Yeah, there we go. Put this bad boy over there. And we're gonna just add a little bit of water. Don't add it all at the same time. Now you're gonna stir them in. And put it together. Then a little bit more water. Yeah. I want it flaky but sticky. Okay? The reason why I put about a cup of water is because then you can see I kind of do measure it, right? So we want a cup. So I think this might take about a cup. Okay. See, this is a great thing because if you want to have like meals or dips or stuff like that, and you just want some really lovely flatbread, not light flatbread, you can do it in no time. It takes about 5-10 minutes before you're ready, and then you just have really lovely dough that you can make some. Like this is going to make about 5 tortillas, quite good sized ones as well. So, right, let's get this. Let's work it in. We don't want to overwork it. We just want to get everything incorporated. Yes, it's working. You notice how it's cleaning up the pan? Use a tiny bit. Pour it in your hand so you don't over. See now, now it's really getting into that. So that was about 3/4 of a cup with this flour. It's pretty good. See, about 3/4. Use about 3/4 of that. That's pretty good. No, it's about 2/3. Because I like this consistency because it's getting really nice and smooth. Oh yes.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and your taste buds wet. From the Pomeranian River to East Coast, my beast to the Eastern Shore to Georgetown City. I can win you up a boat to the hinterlands from the Quarantino River to Linden.
Okay, so we got this, and we're going. You see how it's completely cleaned up the bowl? Look at that, see? That's when you know that it's all the water is really absorbed really well. And that's about, I was wrong, it wasn't 3/4, that was about 2/3 of a cup. Some flours will take almost a whole cup, 3/4 of a cup. That's why I'm saying you work within a cup with this, right? And you want it to be nice and smooth. Put it back in the bowl. Get a little bit of oil. Oh, this is coconut oil, by the way. This is the only thing I use because it's the best. Great. Cover this, nice. Like that. Come on. Nice, nice. Be nice, be nice, be nice. Right. So just cover it really nicely with the with this. Right. See? Covered with oil. Then take off a little bit of this cling film.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River to the East Coast, from East to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can win you up the whole to the hinterlands from the Quarantine River to Linden Town.
Okay, we got a nice piece here. Oh, good. Anyway, get yourself a proper one with the box that comes out easier. But anyway, that's good. So you want to cover this thing down like this. Just cover it like this. Right? Are we going to leave this? We're going to set this aside for about 10-15 minutes. Not much more than that, right? And it's going to compact and do its thing. And then in the meanwhile, guess what we're going to do? We're gonna make the Channa curry. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River to the East Coast, from East to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can win you up the whole to the hinterlands from the Quarantine River to Linden Town.
Okay, so let's get a spot nice or like karahi here, or canary, or whatever it is that we call it, any that you call it. Beautiful. There we go. We've got to make our curry. Just trying to get this space. They got a lot of flour about the place, man. Get my knife ready. And then here we go. Look at what we got to work with. Aha! Beautiful. Okay. So, the only thing that's missing from there is some curry powder. Very, very nice. Here we go. Excellent, right? And with this recipe, use a lighter curry powder, right? Because remember, you got like the duck curry, and then you got the Madras, and you got the Indi, you got the spicy. Use the one that's mild and a little bit lighter, right? Don't let me tell you that. You can figure that out, what you know, because everybody's taste is different. And then if you want to spice it up, we're gonna do have some basically use some wiri pepper to do that, right? So let me see what we have here that's odd that I might use in my curry. Okay. I always like to use an odd spice, and mine is gonna be bay leaves today. God, they smell really good. So you could, I just want to give you an idea, it's going to be a really fragrant type of curry, yeah? And later on, I might even add a little bit of cinnamon. Right, the heat is up on that. So let us add some water. I mean, let's add some oil, sorry. Yes. Magic. Magic. I'm gonna put my bay leaves in there. I'm gonna put my little bit of wiri pepper that's in there. It's a very, very gentle.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River to the East Coast, from East to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can win you up the whole to the
Okay, now I just realized I need to add a little bit more to spice. Right, so that's coriander seeds and jeera and a bit of pimento. I just want that to bounce up, right? The onion's gotta go straight in there, right? Nice and hot, man. See? Keep that going, right? I want to put in some of my curry powder because I don't quite know how much I want in there yet, right? Let that baby go, 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 go. That is when I put a little bit, well, most of my tomato paste in there. Right. Keep it moving. Put in my lovely beautifulness. Yes. You see how it's now taking up its own residence? Lovely. Right? It's different than Channa, than the way you normally used to do Channa. But you add this level of flavor to this, and like I'm telling you, what I'm going to do is something that will be very, very unusual, but I'm going to add a little bit, just a tiny bit. I'm talking about a pinch of cinnamon, right? But remember that this is not so unusual to Guyanese because we put in like a katahar curry, you know, we use a lot of these things, right? So what I'm going to do now is that I want more put the rest of the tomato paste in there. Right, and see, I want to see this currying up before I turn it. Yeah, needs a little bit more of the curry powder because this is the gentle one. Yeah. Yes. See, now it's doing what I want it to do. So now at this point, this is when you add the tomatoes. The tomato. See? Oh, look how nice that looks. Then I've got some chicken seasoning there, but you can use vegetable seasoning to do this. You can use whatever kind of seasoning you want to do, but it needs that's a little bit of seasoning or stock, right? But if you can do dry seasoning, it's better because we don't want too much liquid in this baby, right? Yes. Okay, so this is my funny old thing I keep telling you guys about. All we're gonna do is take a little bit of that skin out there. If I can do two, see how easy it comes out? Let me taste it. It's got a depth of flavor like no other. So I want you guys to try to do this. Take like a couple, or if you buy some lemons and pickle them, let them sit for a few weeks, a few days, and it starts to do this. You just use the skin like this. Take it out before you serve the curry, but oh my god, it's so good. And once I've done this, I need to add just a little bit of water, tiny bit. Just to muscle it up a little bit. Look at that. Yeah. And that's going to come down to the most delectable little dish. And it takes next to no time. Of course, you got to pre-cook your beans and stuff like that, or use whatever. You can use whatever kind of beans that you want, but they've got to be pre-cooked in whatever shape or form, right? Let me just... Yes! Wow, that's so good. It's already got the lemoniness from the skin. My gosh, and see, our grandmothers knew what they were doing. I'm telling you, man. I just put a little nick because I want to give it a little bit of bite. And that's one chili that's going in there. I know that's wimpy, but imagine children might be eating this. Okay, stop being so judgmental. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. Pomeranian River, the East Coast, Maurice to the eastern shore to Georgetown City. I can Winnie walk about it, the hinterlands from the Corinthine River to Linden.
Hello, how you doing, folks? What do we have here? That's looking good to me. Okay, so let's put this on the side here. Just get this out of my way. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna give that a little roll. All right, give us a little knead. Right? You notice that it's not sticking to the bowl, right? To the board. It's because it's all that oil now is just being seeped in there. So you get this nice bouncy, beautiful thing that you need in order to make what we are going to make. Okay. Just give it like about a minute, couple minutes. You can feel it loosen up. And all you're doing is you're just trapping the air in there a little bit so you get the reaction, which I'm going to show you in a second, that we're going to get from this bread. Right. Yeah, now it's getting nice and elastic, see? It's proven. That's when it gets own way, as you say in Ghana. Right. I want slightly smaller buns, so I'm going to turn these into 3. I would actually just make about 4 out of this, but 6 is good. They'll be good size. Put it right. And just, just get it together. Nice roll. All them. That was a little smaller, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, if you're doing it professionally, you gotta make sure you weigh out and you get your bits right. But that's fine. All right. All right. All right. I'm saying, don't spend too much time on these. Just do them. Right? You will get them smooth and whatever, but we're just gonna. All we want to do is as quickly as possible and get all the flavor in there. It should be good. Lovely. Yeah, that's good. Right, sort of, okay. Beautiful. So what we want to do? That's good. That looked good. That looked good. Let's try with this one first. Bit of flour, not too much. All we do is just roll this out. All right. There we go. Now it's starting to say, now it's starting to stretch. It takes a little while and then you can feel it really stretch, and that's when you know you got it. Right? And don't worry about the shape too much. You just go for it. Get it. The thickness is the thing that's important, but right? I know sometimes by this time people you're onto squares and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Remember, cooking is supposed to be fun. Okay, I'm going to bring it back into a circle. And I need to get this bit. Okay, now it's back in a circle. And you get it to a point where you could almost see the it looks like it's almost see-through, right? It seems like a bit of time, but actually the entire time was probably only about a minute, believe it or not. Right? And there you go. I can see the bottom. So I'm not even going to worry too much more about this.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River to East Coast, my beast to the eastern shore to Georgetown City. I can really walk the boat to the hinterlands from the Quarantino River to Linden Town.
Okay, now that looks about ready. Starting to bob up a little bit, and look at that. That's our first tortilla. Oh my gosh, so glad we've met. Oh yeah, look at that. Our first tortilla. Oh my gosh, that's so emotional. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River to East Coast, my beast to the eastern shore to Georgetown City. I can really walk the boat to the hinterlands from the Quarantino River to Linden Town.
Hey, what do you have here, Mr. Perfect? So all you do is just fold it over like that. Right? You don't need to garnish anything. That's just making your own tortillas is just incredible. You just take a little bit of this, don't need a lot. Okay, right through here. Oh, we put it in here, ready for tasting. Okay, now we got a beautifulness, which is our chickpea curry here, and on top of it is pickled coriander. I figured out how to get the bitterness out of it, and it's so good. So like you can imagine, this taste of this is just a bit exotic. And these are pickled peppers, you know, the sweet peppers you get in the market. And all you have to do is whenever there's like a glut of things and it's really cheap, just take them and make some jars of pickles, right? And you just drop some bit of green on there. Okay, and I think that is ready for tasting. Yeah. Lovely. So what we got to do is take a piece out of it like that, make myself a little bowl, heavenly bowl, and I get everything. Oh, get everything in there. Yes, that's why I said that's my tortilla cup. Okay. Oh yeah. Starter, main course, vegetarian, vegan, whatever you want. This has got so much complex flavor in it. And you kind of need the... I now see why tortillas work so well, because they really do allow all the ingredients. Like this lovely, almost like Moroccan inspired Channa red curry. It's allow all the flavors to come through, and then you get a backing of this really buttery, but you know, not overtake, never overtakes the flavor. It's brilliant. It really is very good. We want to thank you guys for actually tuning in again, and thank you to TBN for, you know, all this stuff, you know, and all the hard work that they do. And thank you for tuning in. Please, we'll see you on our next adventure of the Singing Chef Show. Bye bye.
So welcome to the world of the singing sensation. Let me make you sing and you taste buds when all we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
Yay! This one is a smoking gun. When I talk to you, woman, you like a smoking gun. When I talk to you, woman, you like a smoking gun, yeah. Like you done killed somebody already, and now you think you're on the run. When I walk with you, baby, it's like you're running away. When I walk with you, baby, like you're running away. Well, I'll be running with you, baby, 'cause I don't want to be the last to hear what you got to say. Ain't no more running, baby. No more running away. You like a smoking gun. I want to hear what you got to say. You'll be talking to me now. You won't be running. I'll be walking with you now. We gon' be talking, baby. My smoking gun, baby, my smoking gun. Ooh, ooh. Thank you to Mother Nature. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in, and we're gonna have an interview with my cousin Maxine.
Hello. So Maxine, I think it's amazing that I see so much of you. You live in, where do you live? Tell me where you live exactly.
I currently live Staten Island, New York, USA.
And you come over to Guyana a lot.
Well, recently I've been
Yeah.
coming a lot. Prior to that, for several years before I came, but
Yeah.
once I came, I decided I need to come back more often.
It's that thing about Guyanese always wanting to return back to their roots, no matter where they live in the world. So you come and you're immediately connected back to the land of your birth.
Because then you can see your cousin.
Yes, I can.
So is Eon John the main reason you were returning to Guyana, or is there another reason?
Oh, there's so many reasons. I mean, the hospitality is just so amazing. I always feel welcome.
Yes.
The fruits.
Oh,
So, you know, of course, I have to experience all the fruits that I cannot get out of Guyana while I'm here. Even though I can get mangoes, it's not the same. I have to have some Buxton spice mangoes or some local mangoes. Mami is one of my favorite fruits, so I make sure I get my mami. The fig bananas, the avocados. I can go on, but the fruits and the food, nothing like a nicely fried bangameri.
You're getting that today. That's very interesting.
so we're very excited today because it's a big family reunion for no particular reason other than Jenny's come over from England, you've come over, from the US, and everyone's very, very excited to see each other, which I think is absolutely amazing. And when you come over, you get to see your old school friends as well. You have these reunions.
Oh yeah, so many school friends who are still here, or even school friends who are visiting. I ran into a classmate from primary school yesterday, so that was pretty exciting. And I still have many school friends who still live here, so I do enjoy hanging out with them and gaffing old time stories.
Yes, exactly. To be able to talk about shared experiences.
Our shared experiences, in high school and primary school. I even worked here for a period of time before emigrating, so I do. Well, very few people still working where I work, but it was just great passing by, seeing the old office, etc.
So where did you work?
Actually, I worked at the Central Bank of Guyana, so I passed by there to take photos, and I did run into one person who still works there. I also worked at Bishop's High School as a teacher, so I passed by. There's some construction going on there, so I saw that, and those are the places that I work.
So, well, thank you so much, Maxine. Welcome home again for the
Thank
second
you.
time this year. And thank you so much for sharing your personal experiences of returning to Guyana.
Yes, I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much. Always willing to come back home.
Thank you.
Thank
So welcome to the world of the singing show. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country.